Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome back to my Barrow Legion playthrough as Kemmler, well, as all the Vampire Lords now, because we've confederated everybody. We are now at war with Chaos, guys, and well, one thing I'm going to ask, by the way, is for when I finish this, please throw suggestions for my next playthrough, guys, because obviously we're going to be doing something else. I don't feel like going back to my Vampire Counts playthrough straight away, because obviously I've overdone vampires quite a lot recently. But no, this was only ever meant to be a short campaign, and it is definitely now getting to the point where, well, we're nearing the end of the playthrough, certainly. So, ooh.
Attack.
Let's get there colonised. We now control this entire province. Let's spread more vampiric corruption to start with, at least. Ooh, let's go get that agent there. The Wood Elves are definitely going expansionistic now, but they are friends with me, so that's good.
The mighty Deepwood welcomes you.
Very friends with me, wow. I do love the idea of vassalizing people. Let's have a look. The Empires.
Yes. What have you to say?
Oh, I didn't think they would, but it was worth a try. These guys now love me. I mean, they approve of pretty much all of my actions, so.
To war! Welcome.
To be fair, everybody's starting to love me because I'm the person fighting off chaos. I am. They thought it was evil, but now I am saving the world from the forces of chaos. We're not going to move up towards that army because I don't want to get caught by it on our own. Nope, I'm not bothering with that. However, EU can definitely be built up. Manfred, what do we want for you? You're already quite well set up. Let's keep going down. Yeah, his damage tree and end turn. Oh, maybe not. You guys can head back off into the north again. Basically, we've just saved the Empire. We've saved the old world from the first Chaos invasion. And we're also at war with the Norskans now, who've allied with Chaos, so. Yeah, I think things are going well. We do still need to do a bit of rejigging with our territories. You know, we've got a lot of building up to do. We've got some very good territories, but building ourselves up is definitely key here. We need to revisit our armies. I mean, what I would really like is about 20 turns just to redo all of my armies, but I'm not going to get that. Because ideally what I'd like is 3 really good setup armies, each with a couple of armies of skeletons just with them, as for the reasons we've seen. Those armies would mostly be, well, they'd be fairly high-end armies at this point. You know, it would be Blood Knights, Graveguard. Ooh! Ooh! I should have seen that coming. He's well, he's gone around me to hit the other army, which is a valid tactic for him. That said, all that is going to happen is, I don't care if this army dies. This army can be obliterated, guys. We're going to hold back. We're going to hold the line. We're going to use the woods to stop that hell cannon. Well, use the terrain. There's good terrain here to stop the hell cannon from being able to hit us particularly easily. And we're going to let them come to us, and we're just going to blunt their force. These guys can form a secondary line inside to help deal with the cannons. And you can sit there. And then we're going to move up into these woods, which will stop their cavalry, reduce the effectiveness of their cavalry and their large units. That is the annoyance here. Oof. You know what? Let's fly over the top. Because we can just fly over the top and hit that. These guys are going to do their thing anyway. Let's batter those chaos dwarves. Here, basically, we just want to keep everything as entangled with us as possible.
Night has fallen.
And break.
Blood magic.
Oh, beauty. Let's go straight for their sorcerer now. We are definitely taking damage, but as I said, this was never going to be a victory. This is just about dulling the edge of chaos. And as my lord comes back over, these guys will get a bit of a buff. Oh, it actually had an AoE effect. And this guy is very good at taking out individual targets.
Our time is now.
512, he gets a bonus versus infantry, though this guy isn't on infantry, so. But he's also armor piercing. Actually, he's not. How armor piercing is he? No, I'm entirely sure how it works. 170, so that's quite high. Reduce the melee of everybody around us. Throw a fireball into them before they hit us. That did not go where I wanted it to.
Night comes.
Wait for it, and now, and let's improve our. Well, we didn't really need to improve our magic.
All that breathes shall die.
Look at that curve where they've been cutting through us. That's a lot of skeletons on the floor, but they actually cracked my line here. And again, that curve where they've just cut through. But here we're bowing the other way. Is that 2 units? No, yeah, it is kind of 2 units. Which again was kind of expected. As I said, I never expected to win this battle. But you can see we've done damage to some of their units anyway. And we've weakened them for the next army, which is what these guys' job is. Let's get back on him. If I can kill him, to be fair, I really shouldn't be focusing him. Let's actually just get shredding infantry. He will do much better against these units, even though these guys are anti-large. He's got really good armor piercing, and yeah.
Rip their souls out.
There we go.
Night comes.
He's not killing them straight away. I was expecting one-hit kills, to be fair. Except he's getting kills fairly quickly.
Blood magic.
heal myself and buff myself. Debuff everybody around me. Yeah, gee, we're doing a fair bit of damage to that unit now. Sorry, I was drinking my tea then. I think I just saw a corpse. Oh no, I didn't know a corpse. Just saw somebody get punted out the back of that unit. The issue here is he's going to be very much on his own, so I don't really want to lose him. That said, he is leveled up, so he is going to come back in command of an army. And like I said, we've just blunted, even though it's not huge damage to some of the units, we've blunted this force's edge. No, 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 no! That's it. He's lost all his leadership. So he is going to melt now. God damn. A decisive defeat. But not as decisive as... Actually, they only lost 84. Good God! Those Chaos Knights. Wow. But, again, kind of expected. They were just fighting skeletons. We massively damaged the Hell Cannon. These guys were just trashy. And this is where actually these skeleton armies aren't so good true end game. That said, 84 losses out of an army of 500 is 527. So I lost 100 men. They lost nearly 10% of their force there. In fact, they lost more than 10% of their force there. So actually, that's right, run away. They have to fall back now because they couldn't take on my other army. They would be hard pressed by my other army, and my other army isn't the best setup. Once we've got them with a full Blood Knight and Graveguard, armor-piercing Graveguard we will go for as well.
More sleep shines.
Yes. Follow me.
This better be important.
I'm surprised he didn't give us a battle site.
Drink their life force.
Come on. So this is how the better army will fare. And we've got much better troops here. My ethereals, who will take very little, who reduce, what is it, 90% of the damage. We've got good cavalry charge, though it's not as good as their cavalry, but we've got a lot more of it, so they will be flanking around the back. We've got a lot more healing. We've got much tougher frontline infantry here, and we're going to bring in a butt ton of skellies. So first things first, I'm going to gamble with that. We're not going to move forwards instantly. I should not have gambled there. We are going to hold back and force them to come into me. You guys can form up over there. You guys can form up over here with the Blood Knights. Oh, I didn't mean to select both units. Trying to keep these guys relatively hidden.
Mortis engine.
God damn it, the Hell Cannon is back. These guys can do their job and literally just form a big line in front. So they're going to hit them first, engage them, pin them all down while my main forces move out. They're just going to be set up as one big unit. We'll probably split these guys into two as we get going. But yeah. They're just waiting for us to come. But as like I said, that hell cannon is just going to be shooting at trash. And we have a Krell, who can move in with the front line. If I know he can sit back here too to start with. I'm not quite sure what's ending up moving in front there, but... Oh, is it this unit? Yeah. We're actually going to be split into flanks, and these guys are going to just provide a little bit of backbone for the main force. Basically, we're going to engage with the main line, and then we're just going to engage in a massive flanking maneuver with our cavalry, with our fast movers and our damage dealers. And this guy's going to sit in the centre. You guys can actually move up a bit.
With haste.
Just move him straight in. Straight in to provide the backbone. You get just behind. In fact, you need to actually get involved. You guys smack over into them. Push through where we can. You can see we're completely running over them now.
Tonight, I feast.
For my master.
Let's throw out some big heals. Let's throw out another one of that.
Yes, magic.
We're already breaking them. You guys can push up to help there. You guys can pull out, try and pull back through those halberdiers. You guys can get behind for a second good charge. Keep the pressure on here. Oh no, we've still got some units here, enemy units. Oh, remains of, they're already breaking. This is already over, guys. Well, they've got a few chaos spawn left. They're not going to break. I will have to kill every last chaos spawn. But the rest of their forces are dead. Oh, neither will the hell cannon, to be fair. Oh goddamn, how long have I been muted for? I do apologise there, guys, if I've been muted for any length of time. Tired, I blame that. Nice, solid victory there. Much better than our previous one. But again, no units really getting masses of kills. Then again, there's not really enough units to get masses of kills. Because, you know, they deploy 400 men. I've got 20 units. If each unit gets 10 kills, that's 400 kills. So, we didn't get that many kills, but we got a fair decent amount. So, actually, these two, when you think about it, those 18s and 19s are actually quite big. That's the first wave of chaos defeated, guys. That is only the first wave. Do I take Kislev?
They will all pay. King of Darkness.
Yes, much as I said I wouldn't. I am going to set up here to give us that frontal garrison against chaos. Ooh, or I would if it wasn't already held by Clan Mulder.
Expand Sylvania's borders.
My bloodline calls.
Bats and wounds.
Your dominion is over.
You're just getting completely disassembled.
Master of
You're getting partly disassembled. We're going to have a conclave of armies here. And we're going to rejig our forces, and then we're going to pull back to our southern territories. Because I don't want to be up in the north there. I will leave this to the Skaven for the time being. While we keep building up and preparing. Basically, we're going to fall back and prepare for the next wave, because there is going to be a next wave, because that wasn't any of the Chaos hit champions, and they will come back with much stronger armies. As I said, I want at least 3 big solid armies, guys. And the first one is going to start being built here. It will get the other blood dragon in charge of it long run, the leveled up blood dragon, who will make everything substantially cheaper. But my 3 blood dragons are going to lead my 3 big armies, because long run they will be the best people for it. Obviously one of them is going to be being followed by Vlad and Isabella, because they buff each other. One will have Kemmler and someone else anyway. Basically they're each going to get 2 armies full of skellies following them as well, in the setup, and potentially some siege beasts, but you know, we'll work it out if we get time to do that. And the Red Duke is going to remain at home with a reasonable force, offering protection. Oh wow, Nagarond is becoming powerful. Oh, hang on, the Cult of Pleasure confederated Nagarond. Okay, not the way around I expected it. Still, the Dark Elves are becoming powerful there. Recruitment costs for the time being, as that's what I'm about to be doing. 3 turns. We have to swap the Lord so I can actually disband him.
Bloodline calls. Again, for now.
That's a nice start to the army, guys. I'm trying to think what else I want in there. Or do I literally just want them? Do I literally just want a butt ton of cavalry? And those guys. I can put other things in other armies. I do want 2 mortis engines for the healing they provide. That's 15 units. I'll have a think.
Descendant. Move!
The world will drown in blood. I knew.
So actually all these guys are going to start coming back this way.
Spread the rot.
It is right. Right.
Dark magic is mine to command.
I'll take Sigmar's throne.
See, usually I would do a bit more interesting armies. I will probably put a couple of large units into that army, because it is the main army. You know, we get the other units cheaper. That doesn't mean I just need them. But having a good line of Blood Knights is going to be spectacular. And having a nice solid line of Graveguard there, which will basically cost me half price. Oh goddamn, will also be very useful. And then we'll have a couple of large units. We'll have a look. You know, probably keep a couple of large units in there. Maybe a dragon. We're going to get all our spells from our Lord, which is going to be the beneficial thing. And they're going to be being backed up by hordes of skellies, so... These are still, however, going to be expensive armies. Oh, you fool. He's just going to run away the second I look towards there. I am half tempted just to sail up and do a raid. That said, at the same time, I don't want to risk losing my army.
What do you want? Deliver it unto me. darkness comes. Yes.
And here one's leveling up, so I want to be able to. I want to get that gold mine. $1,000 gold a turn extra from that will be nice. So the dragon will have to come from over there. Oh no, I can. So, butt ton of cavalry. No, we're going to keep one dragon in here as my large, but I'm going to keep that set up. 8 infantry, 8 cavalry, because these guys are going to be backed up. That is still a very powerful line. It's going to be a very expensive army as well. Let's not forget this. I may regret this. I may not be able to pull as many together as I'd hoped, but we'll see.
Yes. Move.
Tomb rot. Death calls.
All shall know me.
Let's head over and deal with that army, because I want my allies to stay strong. You don't need the public gold buff. Anyway, I am going to have to end this one here, guys. So, I'm going to let all this place fall. Again, I'm not that fussed. As always, thank you very much for watching, guys. I do hope you have enjoyed this. Please feel free to pop any comments in the comment section or jump over to my Discord and say hi. There is a link to my Discord in the comments and the description, as well as links to my Twitter and my Patreon, as well as my affiliations with Overclockers UK and Fanatical Games. Please check them out. Thank you very much for your time, guys.